We are back, people. Welcome once again to OCS. And this is episode something. I don't know, like 25. I've done so many. I don't know. I'm just very appreciative of everything that everyone does to support me and the channel. Always thank you very much to Thomas Fetterman, Mr. Opinions himself, as always. But anyways, out with the formalities, right? We're going to get into some painting contests. Today, announce the actual winner who's going to get a set of dice from Baron of Dice. So congratulations to that individual. We're going to run through a slew of different pictures, all of the contestants. I want to make sure to incorporate everyone's participation in this actual painting contest event for the holiday. Thank you very much for all of the participants who participated. You are the absolute best. Everyone did an amazing job. It was very challenging trying to figure out exactly which one we're going to do. But anyways, we're also going to delve into Warhammer 40K stuff, not only the painting contest. We'll talk about the painting contest very shortly, but we're going to jump into Space Marines and why you should be playing them. If not, you're going to be losing. Give us one moment. What's going on, my peeps? Go ahead, Thomas, introduce yourself, just in case nobody's ever met you, while I type up to Mr. Kurt.
What up, guys? I'm the guy who has opinions, and I play Tyrannid, so it's not any deeper than that, I promise you.
and many stories for demons. But you don't only just play demons, you play Tyrannids too.
I said Tyrannids.
Oh, my bad.
Demons, my bad. The other one.
Demons.
Yeah.
You play demons too.
You know what's funny about this whole Marine meta? My three Execranes are just salivating, just daring Marine players. Like, go ahead. What up, Tom?
I was just telling Kurt too. Yeah, Votan got a very boring detachment. Oh my gosh, I was hoping for so much better than that. But go ahead, brother.
I love the Votan design philosophy. They are just the most 40K, like the most honest army. They're like, hey, here's what we do. We do it okay-ish, and that's it. There's no tricks. There's no surprises. It's just this. This is what we're gonna do to you.
Yep. Nothing special. No special units. No Jaegers. Nothing, man. It was pretty subpar, man. So
yeah, it's you know what? I think it and the Thousand Sons detachment are kind of fighting at the bottom right now for the Grotmas tier list. Because the Thousand Sons was funny. Like, hey, do you take Magnus and do you take Rubrics? Well, what if you didn't have to? Because the detachment gives you that. But it's like, well, then what do you want me to take? Zangors and Terminators? Like, what the?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's left?
It's like some of the worst units. No, thank you very much. Oh my god. But yeah, so there's been a lot of great excitement. The Orcs detachment, oh my gosh. That Orcs detachment, so on Thursday, everybody who's watching and listening, right? Or watching or listening, whichever you prefer to do. But whatever you might be doing, check out Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm going to drop the new tactical brigade detachment information about that. I'm doing an entire breakdown, what units should be set up with what mechs, things like that. All of its greatness, allure, just everything that's going on with that whole detachment. It's it takes a thinking gets mind.
That's Gork's army.
That's Gork's army. Is it Gork?
Cunning and brutal.
Is it Gork that's the smart one, or is it Morg?
Buddy, I'm 50% sure they just switch every time GW says it because no one knows.
No one actually knows what's going on.
Yeah,
I don't think they know that they're smart in the first place.
Yeah, no, they're not smart. They're cunning.
They are cunning. They're very cunning.
I do love me some blood axes. They were my favorite of the orc attachment, orc like lore wise, so I'm glad they got some love.
I'm happy too, man. The last time actually that I won a super major with what was with Blood Axes in eighth edition, ninth edition. So the last time I wanted the highest peak was with Blood Axes when it comes to orcs.
No, that's one specific orc in his WoW, Justin.
Aren't they fighting corn demons in the warp?
That's God, I can't remember his name. That's the story I used to drag Brian into this hobby. I showed him that story, and he was like, I don't play orcs right now.
Not yet. That's right.
Yeah, there you go. That's Lork Or in like 5 words. Perfect. That's all of it. Tuska, thank you, Tommy. A Tuska Demon Killer. That's who it was. But yeah, no, I'm excited. You know, if I was a betting man, I'd have bet you'd already had an attachment episode up. I'm like, man, I can't wait to see what he has to say about it. This looks, I'm terrified. The GW is like orcs, but the orders are better than guards orders. And I'm like, why?
Orders, yes, and they're better, yes.
I was like, GW, what the? What? Why? Who asked
because
for that?
They know how to do a proper order. Get in line, you gits. They gotta get. That's all they have to say. Get in line, gits.
Fair enough. Eyes bigger, eyes the boss.
That's right. That's right. Just thank goodness that squigs can't be bosses because they are bigger usually.
Oh, congrats, Justin. That is exciting. Anytime flash kits are good, I am personally terrified.
Well, Justin, they were really never gone. Flash kits have always been good. Now they're really, really good. Now they're like on steroids good.
Plus, one to hit in full rerolls is a hell of a drug.
And let me give you a little pro tip. It says you can attach them to flash kits. It does not mean that you have to. And you'll find out the rest on Thursday. You can put them into different things that shoot, like met guns, tank busters, Ludas. Yes, give mech guns full rerolls. Yeah, no, I know, absolutely. Yeah, the orcs attachment it's absolutely great. I absolutely love it. Hold up, I had to lock down the fort. 1 second, but but Space Marines are looking extra spicy.
Let's talk about them. And this is specifically Codex Space Marines, not the Divergent chapters.
Yes, just the vanilla Space Marines. Nothing, of the specials.
Which really just means Ultramarines, and if you're kind of brave, Salamanders.
And if you're extra brave, you can take Imperial Fist and try your might.
This might actually be the buff that made him better. Man, it might just be that good. It didn't.
We'll see. Yeah, I know. No. I don't think they came out that great. But there's a lot of things that the new Space Marines have gotten. So what are the things that you have seen, Thomas, that you've enjoyed so far? I know you're not a Space Marine player. You know that I adamantly have a disdain for Space Marines, but I still always watch Space Marines and see what's going on. And speaking of which, I just finished selling all of my Space Wolves off. So I have no Space Marines in my lot anymore. Whee!
You are pure.
I am pure of sin. Pure of sin.
You have purged yourself. Well, first of all, I am very excited that even Votan getting a bad detachment, their base attachment they've had is great. There's nothing wrong with it. Kurt, there's only one way that you would know the door was locked, my guy. There's only one way to check that.
Space Marines are good biomass for you, by the way, Thomas.
Oh my! Running Vanguard Tyranids. To get the warrior attachment is very fun, very very good. Can be run probably about as strong as Assimilation Swarm with its buffs. I still think Vanguard's the best, and then Monster Crusher and Invasion are below that. For those of you wondering why everyone else's invasion's better, because invasion's easier to use and people just go to what's easier. Like, invasion's not bad, but invasion, it has a problem where if you're, I don't know, 18 Thunder Cav, you don't have an army rule now. So, where Vanguard's rule is, oh no, are you a bunch of T11 or higher chassis? Okay, I kill you like I kill you slower, but you'll still get drugged down. So,
that's what people want. People want a brainless army they could just throw on the table and win with.
Well, there was and Space Marines have always been one of the most popular factions being played, and then Necron Captain Court was the highest. And the example I use is when the Necron Index came out, nothing changed about Hypercrypt. It always existed, and was arguably better than even Captain Court. Just Captain Court was like, oh, here's 18 race you can't kill in a turn, and 2 Catan. Good luck. But no, I love how everyone is getting play. My most exciting change is actually for GSC. I think their change to revival points to assign to units that will come back guaranteed and kind of plan your game around. I think that's a straight buff. Sure, you're not going to get every unit back 1 in 5 games like you were before, but you're also not getting no units back 1 in 5 games like you were before. So I'm excited.
When you're taking away the randomness of the dice, right? I mean, yeah, it's definitely a buff. I agree with what you're saying. Tangentially, it's a buff, right? I wouldn't say that it could be better in times. It could be better just to roll it randomly, but with the new requisition or resurgence points, rather, the resurgence points, it's more consistent now, and you can actually set up your game, set up your units to come back. You don't have to come back immediately. It does suck for them that they can no longer rapid ingress with them anymore.
Yep, but one of the things is Biosantic Brood Surge, that infiltration aberrant unit, you can just say, yep, the aberrants are going to come back and 1 acolyte squad will come back. And so you put it down, throw it in. It takes how long it takes to kill. Turn one charge to dies. Turn 2, you bring it back in your deployment zone, and you still have 4 turns to walk it back up and take another midfield objective with it.
Yep.
And that's the thing I think JSC was missing, was that consistency to now I have a plan. Also, can we all just agree that no 3-inch deep strike should never have been in the game? I play demons, okay? I abuse it. I am guilty here. I should not have been allowed to abuse it. 6-inch deep strike is pushing it.
It is, but you're the only army that they didn't change the wording on that for the 6-inch deep strike.
Well, the
not being allowed to charge, basically, that wording.
No, the stratagem that was a 3-inch deep strike says you can't charge. So now it's a 6-inch deep strike stratagem, and you can't charge. In the detachment, the detachment rule is if you're in shadows, you can come in within 6 and charge. So the stratagem is useless. The stratagem's I'm already doing this, but now I'm paying a CP to add a restriction.
Yep.
Now, the only one I know of without that is the new Grey Knight detachment. They have a arrive within 6 stratagem and does not say you can't charge. So Grey Knight, Terminators can't do it, so you can't put Drago in a unit and get a 3-inch charge from reserves. They did foresee that, which to me says it's intentional. If they blocked out Drago, then I don't see they meant your purifiers with Crow can come in and declare a 6.
Yep. Yeah, Grey Knights are nasty. I got a good friend who loves Grey Knights, and he's all excited about Grey Knights now. David O.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, I know more Grey Knight players than I thought I did, apparently, because a bunch of guys started talking, and I'm just like, you play Grey Knights? Wait, hold on, what? Okay.
That Grotmas attachment dropped, and everybody's coming out of the woodworks.
That's exactly what I was like. Oh, I wonder what my 2 Grey Knight friends have. Something like 4 people are talking about it. I'm like, the fuck? All right, sure.
What's going on here? You never played such things. Stop lying.
I'd say I've played 1 game into that detachment, and it is no joke. Giving anything in that army full rerolls, like Crow and his 10-man purifier unit. Woo, they are all too happy to unload if you let them at full efficiency. Spoiler alert for those of you who don't know, my army does not let anything happen at full efficiency, but oh my god, it was still awful. I also played the new Chaos Knight detachment, and that army is fun to play against.
Is it?
Oh my god, dude! It's so flavorful. It's so funny to watch my opponent kill 6 of his own cultists, and then just mow down Gene Stealers with 36 shots to stay lethal. I'm like, at the beginning of the match, we're like, all right, my only goal is to eat more of your cultists than you do. That's it. If I do that, I win.
I win. That's right.
I won that game anyway, but I actually think I ended up eating more than he did. So
did you pull it out?
Oh yeah. I won by like 17 or something. It was a decently close game. It was his first time playing it. I'm kind of rusty because work and stuff. So we had a good time. We played a very what's the word you use? Very sportsmanship ethic game.
Yes. Gotta have good game etiquette, man.
See, here's the problem, Press and Go. Death Guard. Death Guard are a good example of why Terminators should cost the price they cost.
Oh, so you played against Anime Squirrel, huh?
Oh yeah. He was, yes.
He was the victim of choice.
He got on there and very gracious opponent, gave me some takebacks. I gave him a few when he asked for them, and it was a very frustrating game for both of us because I'm like, wow, I can't actually tear knights down because I'm Gene Stealers. And he's like, huh, you have more stuff than I have activations. And I'm like, well, it seems right at impasse. Let's just kill the cultists.
Let's just kill the cultists. Let's just get it over it. I hate them, period. So Press and Go says, I feel like Terminators are losing their value and just overcosted. Not worth the points. It depends what army you're playing in, to be quite honest with you. I mean,
Dark Angels. Dark Angels and Death Guard are at the top of that list.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's what
Dark Angels, Grey Knights.
Yep,
they're amazing in Grey Knights.
I've been hearing rumors of even World Eaters taking 10 or 20.
10 or 30?
Look, stop it.
I have 30. I have 30.
They're T5, 2 up, 4 up, and they get a 6 up Feel No Pain, or does it go to a 5?
Well, I mean, with the Blessings roll, you can get a 6 up Feel No Pain.
6 up. Look, I'll tell you the power of a 6 up Feel No Pain. Okay, that's enough to. When you have 30 wounds, it's like 2 more Terminators are standing there.
Yes.
Oh yes, I will give credit where credit is due. Anime Squirrel has dubbed the term "Snacrifice" for the Chaos Knight detachment. It's in his comment there. Yeah, he called whatever the mechanic is called. He dubbed it the Snacrifice, and I'm like, man, that's so good. I wish I would have thought of that. That's so good.
Hey, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Lewis, that's a fan of the channel. Up.
We love you, Anime Squirrel. I know.
Yeah, Justin,
only because I know you, because I love you.
I'm hoping the World Eaters get like a Karn the Betrayer led detachment that's just straight infantry buffs, no Angron, just like all hands all the time.
I still can't get my mind off of what orcs are doing right now, man. I mean, this is a big brain detachment. I think that people are going to start playing it and they're going to think that it sucks because it just doesn't run out there and do the unga bunga and just kill things. You're going to have to like be tactical, like the brigade it's called. You're going to have to think about your movement, your placements.
That's with a K.
Yes, with a K. You're going to have to think about your orders.
You know what the sad thing is, though? You could just take 30 knobs and a max size Squig Hog unit and just unga bunga and still probably work. Like that. Like the sad thing is, you're not guardsman bodies with these rules.
Yeah.
you could just say, here's my 30 -1 to wound, and here's a bunch of T7 3 and 4 wound 5 up Fatal Pain dudes. Your move.
I have all rooks and you have all pawns. I see.
Yeah, I'm so scared of orcs. I'm so scared of orcs right now. It's just because, like, oh god, they have. You're right though. They like if you do play it cunningly, Put that army on table. Put that army on table 7.
They can be very, very good. But going back to what you were talking about, right? That 3-inch deep strike, so that's gone out of the game. So a lot of people are already read into the whole balanced data slate. They've seen all that. They've also seen that Armor of Contempt no longer works like it used to work anymore. It's only for one activation, which is absolutely awesome. So now you don't have to sit there and just watch those Terminators take 2 up saves for your entire army and take 1 damage.
The Tau players are going to absolutely love that Armor Contempt change, especially I think it was Kaiyun that has the 2 things target and get +1 AP. Like, yes. 2 Riptides like into you. That first one, sure, you can kind of mitigate. That second one's coming at you full force and you're going to die.
It's coming for your face.
Yeah, I think Montclaw Tau are going to be back on top since the Retaliation Cadre lost 3-inch deep strike strat. I think Advance and Shoot and Lethal Hits are within the AOC change is going to put Montclaw top of the. Plus, there's the Tau detachment coming, so that could be good too. But
you know what? I never really pay attention to what's happening to those fish cows.
I pay attention to everyone because, you know, I go to a Lewis GT, I get Purge the Foe round 1, and I get the top of the meta, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Forever stapled. Ritual, Purge the Foe. One of the 2, first round.
Yeah. When I played against the Grey Knight player, we played the Ritual. When me and Anime...
Shout out to my guy, Tabletop Radio. Sorry, Thomas, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Tabletop Radio Hour.
I was going to mention it. Man. I was going to mention it. Hey, we got this looks interesting, but you got it. What up, Tabletop Radio? I don't know you, but that sounds cool. Is that a podcast? It looks like a podcast.
He is. He has a wonderful podcast, man. I got to jump on that. On it. I need more time in life, man. Can I buy time? Do they sell that at the store?
you gotta have
that for Christmas.
You gotta have Amazon Prime for that.
I need time, and I need 2-day delivery on time, sir.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna check that out tomorrow at work because that's what I do. I listen to crap all day, so that's great.
I met him at Crucible. Absolutely amazing. Gifted me with a t-shirt. Super dude, one of the sweetest, kindest individuals I ever met in my life. I feel like a fool. I haven't been able to do what we were intended to do. But anyways, I promise you, I'm not forgetting you. I'm always thinking about you. Hopefully, we can get it in before the year's over. We'll do more of a talk.
See, look, perfectly reasonable gentleman.
Yeah, he is, not me. Yes, we do all need more time, man. I will be there soon. I promise. It won't wait until next Crucible. I promise. Maybe midway, but not all the way.
Like, right after Easter, probably. Something like that.
Right after Easter, close to it. After the tickets went on sale. No, I kid. I digress, of course. But thank you, brother. Thank you for supporting the show. Did you see that new Oath of the Moment as well, since we're talking about Space Marines and the +1 to wound?
Yep.
So they lost AOC,
Kind of.
Yeah.
It'll still matter when they use it.
Yeah. They just don't get it as long, but now they get Oath of the Moment on steroids, +1 to wound.
Which, it's kind of funny, because I'm looking at it, and I'm like, on its own, I'm not that mad about it. Hey, Braulio, what up?
What up?
It's fine. Like, it's good. +1 to wound's great, but like, it's one target. And in my experience, most Marine armies were killing the Oath target anyway. That wasn't really something they struggled with. So now they're just going to kill it like with an activation or 2 faster. All right.
They're killing orcs a lot faster now too.
The problem for Marines is Gilliman.
Yep.
Is Gilliman saying, "Oh, my Vindicator sure did kill that thing super easy, didn't it?" Anyways, Eradicators, that one now.
Yes.
And it's just like, oh god.
4 rerolls with +1 to wound.
10 times a game potentially.
Yep. Yep.
And it's not even that. It's that they can target something in reserve. You're like, oh, I'll just rapid ingress my 10 Terminators. He's like, cool. My Hell Blasters are going to overwatch you with full rerolls and +1 to wound.
And that's not even it. You still have Hell Blasters and Heavy Intercessors. They just got damage too on their bolt rifles. Dude, you're literally like, this dude is...
Oh, thank you, Spartacus.
He is chaos. He is chaos. He just kills Marines really well.
Yeah. It's gonna be fine. I think there are a few predators in the water that'll keep Marines from getting too bad. But their Ultramarines they were already probably the best Marine detachment to play. Now there's no doubt. They are so good. Especially with that new Psyker detachment.
Yes.
That new Psyker detachment is, I'm like, did anyone like fact check, like screen this? What the?
Nobody checked it before they let it.
Like, oh hey, every relevant thing in your army can just move an extra 2 inches. We don't care. Cool.
Yep.
Sure. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Damn
Thank you, Spartacus. Much love. Go ahead, Thomas.
But the true overlords of the stars, at least until the galaxy is reclaimed in biomass, or of its biomass, the Star Shadow Arsenal. You want to talk about that? Did you ever wish Necrons could like be more accurate and have more rerolls? That ever pop up in your head?
And it's for shooting now, which they needed, and now they have it, and they have the units to benefit from it.
Why are Doomsday Arcs and Doomstalkers hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s?
Yes.
And you can have the Silent King with a reroll 1's aura and a Camp Command Barge rerolling 1s, the hit and wound. Yep. And they're strength 14, for those of you who don't know, or strength 20 in some cases. So, like, you're being wounded on 3s and 2s, rerolling 1s. And it's the only counterplay I've seen anyone even suggest to this is, oh, just have more terrain on your table. Like, you can control what table you get in an event. Like, sure, it might be table 1 or table 8, that's fine. But if you get even, like, table 2 or, God forbid, 5, bye. You can be all the Ultramarine you want to. You're not going to make it past turn 3 or 4. Yeah, it's oh, God, it's so funny. Just to be like, oh yeah, here's my ignore mods, reroll, hit on 2s, reroll 1s army. D6 +2 and like flat 4 damage across the board. Have fun. So
yeah, Necron's got a lot of new things. There's a whole new way to play that army now. So
it's just better Coptic Horde. That's all it is.
It is. It really
it's
is
better because now it's like, oh, did you play Warhammer against me? Cool, now I'm better at killing you.
Yes. Yep. They have the speed, maneuverability, and the guns and rerolls to do it.
I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's okay. I'll just Oath a Moment +1 to wound their vehicles. Don't worry. They have a -1 damage enhancement. They can move around on a low knob.
And do what they want.
You'll charge them. Did you kill them in one shot? Okay, you gave them an extra reanimation. Big success. It's so dumb. Oh, and I'm sorry, guys. I haven't told you the worst part. Every vehicle can advance and shoot. Because giving army-wide assault is a lesson GW refuses to learn.
Yep. With no penalties, just do what you want to do. Yep.
So that's my not really a hot take, but just kind of gut feeling is Ultramarines and Star Shadow Arsenal are probably the 2 top dogs right now. Although I do think this Tactical Brigade has the potential to punch up. Like, I don't think it's as obviously powerful as those 2, but a cunning player could definitely bring them into the realm of threatening.
Dude, they're going to have some crazy amount of alpha strikes that are going to shock and just scare the shit out of people. The Tactical Brigade.
Buddy, I've played against commandos. Yep. And that's right.
Oh, it gets worse now.
Because they're what's it called? Our battle line, and that's a good idea. Storm Boys.
Yep. I'm either running 3 units of 10 or 6 units of 5. Probably go 6 units of 5. But remember, there's still only one OC each. So even though they're battle line, but there's still only one OC each.
Unless you order them.
Unless you order them, of course. Unless you order them.
They don't have to be.
But being OC3, that's really nice.
Oh boy, yeah.
I know there's a lot of good things. The Reavers for Space Marines are absolutely disgusting now. Dude, Phobos Marines have never been worth anything. They have been complete trash since they dropped. And now you plug in a lieutenant, extend that aura out to 6 inches for their battle shock test, and now they just become these powerful 80-point units. Just take over the game. Yeah, Beast Boss and Squigga Store is crazy. I know. Have you thought about the War Trike with Commandos? Oh my gosh. This shit just gets crazy. It just gets crazy.
Yeah, no, orcs are. I said on the phone with Brian the other day. He called me for something real quick. We talked for like 40 minutes about this attachment. It was insane. The shock attack gun can get +1 to hit in 4 rerolls in case anyone thought they missed that from 8th edition.
Yep.
You can just do it again. It's. Oh my god. And you know the weird thing? No one's telling you can't take kill rigs and just give your stuff +1 strength just because.
Yeah.
Like that. There's no. You still could just do that. So it's
Breaker Boys coming around at strength 10 with their 3 damage weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
If you have 3, obviously, if you have 3 of them plus your wall, you go up to strength 10.
You don't need to, but you could. like you could.
It's like Terminators. Bye bye. Wounding
Oh
on
my
2s,
god.
hitting on 2s, rerolls. This is like.
Yeah, press and go. That I am excited to see where it goes. I don't know how specifically strong it'll be, but I mean, 30 Karsakin and 60 Scions and 30 Aquilons and then some Tauroxes. That's something for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a hard time gauging because I gauge armies through the perspective of Tyranids. And so I'm like, all right, can my Lone Ops and or Gene Stealers or Exocrines deal with this? But the answer with Orcs, the answer is no. No, they can't. I have to play better. With Space Marines, it's like, okay, sure. Come stand on an objective. I dare you. Do you have fights first? No? Okay, you're dead. I solved the problem.
Yep.
I don't care. Like Grey Knights. I love playing against Grey Knights as Tyranids because, like, cool, I have a bunch of Lone Ops and you can't come within 9. And I can shrink my Lone Op Aura to 6. So you can't get on the objective and you can't kill me. Good. Glad we understand each other.
But you're right. Space Marines just obliterating things off of objective markers, having all the re-rolls and +1 to wounds now, it's just going to be ridiculous. You're not going to be able to stand out in the middle without getting just blown to smithereens.
Gladius Ultramarines is going to be disgusting.
Well, Gladius is done, isn't it? Didn't they nerf their whole detachment rule?
No, the Gladius attachment rule is pick a doctrine. Assault, heavy, or tactical. And that's the Gladius attachment rule. So
it was the enhancement that got nerfed. You can
they nerfed the enhancement, which the enhancement's nerfed a little bit, but you now have again Gilliman. Also, what is this? Leontus, the guy who gives deep strike to a unit.
I have no clue. I don't know the Space Marine.
I think it's Leontis, but that might just be the Space Marine game on my brain.
Like
Leandro. It's Leandros, I think it is. But yeah, he joins a unit and gives them deep strike, so they can just give Hellblasters or the assault marines with las cannons, whatever they're called, not devastators. I don't know, but yeah, that's Ultramarine. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait for January to go to a GT and see all the goodness that people are bringing.
RTT, unless you got a GT I don't know about.
RTT, sure. I don't know.
Basically GTs anyways with the amount of people hopefully that show up, right?
I just play the game, man. I don't know. No.
What's exciting about that RTT is that it's full cash bar now. So you go in, you pay cash, you leave out, and you get cash. So you can buy whatever you want. Doesn't have to be Warhammer. It could be pay your bills. It could be pay your gas. It could be go to the club.
So you're saying just get good and you'll get money.
Just get good. But just to kind of, okay, so 40K used to be in a position that if you did cash payouts, it would get very toxic. Leave that at home, for lack of better words. Leave that at home.
It's a game. It's a game.
It's a game. and you don't want to get banned. It's a game. Have fun, enjoy yourself, make your money. Get that cheese, that cheddar, that bread, whatever you want to call it, that moolah. Get your money, enjoy yourself. I can't wait to see. Matter of fact, I'm excited. That's the most exciting thing for me. Other than the painting contest, getting people still to engage throughout the holidays. I also, for all of you World Eaters players, right? I have like a couple, it's like 3 or 4 different blessings trackers. Make sure to comment on that video that I spoke about that. It's how to play or how to collect World Eaters, how to play World Eaters. Make sure to comment on that if you want a special prize from Warhammer Station. We're going to play that commercial here shortly. There's a lot of things you can buy on his website. Make sure to support that as always. Baron of Dice, of course. Make sure to go check out those dice. If you've ever used, don't you use Baron of Dice? I know we did for Crucible. We bought into like 3,000 Baron of Dice, but you've used it without Crucible, right?
Yeah, I have the AOS Nighthaunt dice. I'm still so mad about Crucible. I should have asked way more questions. I would have loved to walk away with like a handful or 2 of those dice. Those dice are so good.
Dude, we were giving them out.
I know, and I missed it somehow. I'm so mad, but it's okay. Next Crucible.
Next year. And it's and they're gonna be I know you're not supposed to say this about dice, but they're gonna be yummy. Just don't swallow them.
If I ever get what the kids call FU money, I'm going to get kitchen molds made of all my Tyranid models. And as they die in the game, I'm just going to eat them. I'm just going to make gummy Tyranid models to play with. And as I lose, I'm just going to start eating my models. Really get into the immersion of it, you know?
I love it. No, I absolutely love it. Yeah, no, you're right.
That means
make a cake out of it, one of those edible cakes.
That means if you're a World Eater player, you got to fist fight your opponent. Because, you know.
Because that's how the World Eaters do.
And if you're an Orc player, well, you're going to walk away with a bunch of teeth.
All right, we're going to jump into a quick commercial. We're going to come back and start looking at all the painting contestants. And then we're going to decide who is truly the winner of this painting contest. So we'll be right back. We're going to pay the bills. Go ahead, talk.
Disclaimer, do not fist fight your opponent at an event.
Unless it's part of the event.
I'll buy that ticket.
Give me 1 second. We'll be right back. Introducing Warhammer Station, your premier destination for Warhammer 40,000 and tabletop gaming accessories. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or new to the hobby, Warhammer Station offers a curated selection of high-quality products to enhance your gaming experience. Warhammer Station offers Warhammer 40K MDF terrain. Elevate your battlefield with intricately designed terrain pieces, including the Pariah Nexus terrain set, crafted from durable MDF to bring your games to life. Warhammer Station also offers gaming tokens. Keep track of in-game effects with precision using our range of tokens, such as the Battle Shock tokens and Oath of Moment tokens, designed for clarity and ease of use. Warhammer Station is dedicated to delivering exceptional products and service to the gaming community. Explore their full range of offerings and enhance your tabletop adventures by visiting their online store today. I just have to say before we get started in the painting contest, this is a good alternative instead of fighting. They could do Jello wrestling, but it can't be the dudes.
Sir, we're going into 2025. It can be co-ed. That's fine. You know what? Yeah, instead of a top 8 bracket, just 8 dudes in a kiddie swimming pool full of Jello. Last one standing wins.
What is wrong with you guys? I lick my dice with a little soy sauce. What?
He plays SOB, and we'll talk about them after the painting contest stuff because they got some changes too.
They did get some changes. They did absolutely get some changes. Give me 1 second. Somebody's sending me messages. Hold on. My gosh.
Quick, everybody hit up Lewis on his personal chats.
Personal chats, no. I wanted to tell you something. All right. That's James. Love me some James. All right. So, first of all, if you've never been to my Facebook, this is the Facebook for Onslaught Gaming 40K. So, I wanted to show everybody's off. I think everyone, dude, there were so many armies. It was absolutely beautiful. This is from Sandra. Sandra did the, correct me if I'm wrong, you said Pyrovore?
I believe that is, yes. No, that's the Biovore because it's Bore Mines.
Or that's Pyrovore. Okay. Wonderful individual, wonderful paint job as well. Just some Black Templar, but
Assault Marines?
Crusade Squad, I think.
Okay.
Then we had some Reavers from Christopher Michael Todd. So he redid these, which is why he's not allowed in the painting contest because it needed to be something brand new. But go ahead, Thomas. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the dude without a helmet is gonna make it to the end of the mission. That's how that works.
Corn is only right if you do it during Christmas and you have Christmas corn. I don't know, candy corn for Christmas.
Corn. Oh my god, an entire corn army that's just orange, red, and yellow.
It's just orange, red, and yellow. That would look
candy corns.
The candy corns. So that's just me. I obviously did not participate in the painting contest. I just kind of wanted to participate with you guys, show off what I have. We have Ian as well, Lozanzo. A beautiful start to his great unclean one. Or I'm sorry, Rodigus.
That is some nice shading.
That was some great deep shading. Mm-hmm. I really love that. That was the first thing that I noticed on there. I was like, the deep shading on there is absolutely amazing. He did a great job. I can't wait to see a final product with that. There was some more. Just kind of wanted to show everyone, right?
Gross.
Some towel, some fish, some fish cows. Racing that one.
Oh, that is. That looks nice.
That's her final product. So she's completed the painting contest. And everybody who has completed, you can see that in the features section, I put completed next to your name, including whatever miniature you used that you told me you were going to use. And if you didn't, I just did my best guessing. Like the Birovore or the Pyrovore. But those were the Facebook contestants. Now we're going to go to the scored contestants. You can see all of them, right?
Yeah.
Slimex.
Horticulus, yep.
Horticulus himself.
Just a good little boy taking his pet for a walk, as any responsible pet owner should.
Yes. but he's got to make sure to tease him to feed him so he can move.
Yeah, he's got to make sure he gets exercise in. Sometimes you got to do that.
I mean, check out those rolls, man. Check out those rolls. Looking like the Goodyear baby.
His baby rolls.
Yes, baby rolls. So I had to make sure that I did a zoom into all of these models because they look absolutely beautiful. I wanted to see exactly what was done, what level of precision these individuals use, right? I wanted to make sure there was some creativity, some great painting, some great color coordination, things like that. I really like the slime on the base.
It reminds me of the 90s Nickelodeon ooze.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. He did a picture where it's in the dark as well. It didn't come out too well, but I mean, from his words, but it looked great. It looked great on the picture. It looks just like a bunch of slime.
That looks great.
I love this model. It's very colorful. I think that just a critique a little bit to everybody, right? And then I'll tell you the final winner. But and there was one individual that was going to be the winner, but by default, since they weren't a subscriber, they did not win. But this individual right here is definitely a subscriber. Thank you very much. We don't know if you're the winner yet, but we're just going to give you a little critique. So if you could have done a little bit of under shading on the belly, underneath, things like that, I think that would have helped it pop a little bit, right? A little bit of maybe highlights as well, maybe for your future miniature. But this miniature, or if you continue to paint on to it, right? It looks absolutely beautiful, to be honest with you. Still showing, beautiful. We had Jedi with his final product of the Rhino. So this was another entry to the painting contest as well. I really like the color choice for the lights. I think that you could have left a little bit more white on there. But go ahead, Thomas, if you have some critiques too. Or if you have some,
it looked rather simple, but the more I'm looking at it, I can see like where he actually like put in like the small details, like it gets darker near the bottom because it'd be dirty and dusty from rolling through. Like I thought it's flashy, but it's definitely like effort and love put into it.
That's the level of work that I was hoping for the Slime Eggs, just to have a little bit of we've been moving through these rocks and these trees, this area, the debris, whatever it might be. This looks really good. I think there was a good choice of colors. I really like the tank tracks. Would have been nice to see maybe the weapons on top, but that's no big deal. No big deal. It's just an extra plus to have those weapons.
Blame the mechanic case. The shipment was late.
Never came into the motor pool. Also, Alec had a beautiful army as well. We're going to show his. And the Reaver we was talking about. So everybody wants these right now, all the Phobos Marines in the world. And they wanted it this color, potentially, right, for Ultramarines, because they're probably the best.
Actually, that is a Night Lord before he's earned his lightning bolts.
Oh, is that what it is? This was absolutely wonderful. I love this miniature. I think he did a fantastic job with this.
Hey, Andrew, I know him. He's a buddy of mine.
Yes, he's a great guy. Absolutely love what he did with the snowman. Love what he did with the Git. The surprise gift that he's going to throw at all the children. It's just a snowball, I promise.
That can only end well, right? Certainly wouldn't be a bomb squig, right?
Yes, exactly. I like the footprints on here. I like the snowballs as well. That was I love this entry as well. One of my favorites. Great job to Andrew. The Viking outdid himself. He did a diorama, but before the diorama, he did the Salamander's Dread. A lot of custom work that he did for this model. I really love it.
I like the dragon helmet or the thing on top, the head.
Yes, I like this burn right here too. Very nice. You can see that he put a lot of effort into this, even into the scales themselves. A lot of highlighting. Even tried to write into what are these things called on the legs? I don't know. Whatever. Rosarius.
Or just the scrolls. Yeah.
The scrolls, the seals.
I don't play Imperium. I couldn't tell you.
You could have easily cleaned that base there, though. Easily with your fingernail. No, I kid, of course. That was a wonderful model. And just to show you the diorama, I don't want it to look like I'm just picking two of the same one, but kind of wanted to show you the complete picture. Right?
That flame watch is insane.
Yeah, the flame on the floor on the diorama is absolutely amazing. But we all know this wouldn't be a fair fight because chaos always wins. So,
plus, I think that's an Emperor's Children. So
exactly. Might be some teddy bear situation going on here. Show me on the teddy bear where he didn't touch you. Also, we have Alex V with this beautiful 10, I think it was. He never mentioned.
No, that's Overlord with Translocation Shroud.
Oh, it is the Overlord.
You're right. That's just a dude that Catan. To be fair, it looks better than the Nightbringer and the Deceiver, so that's fair.
It looks absolutely amazing. I wish he would have let me know, but I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong too, if you're watching, but it looks like NMM, non-metallic metal, right? So NMM. It looks absolutely beautiful on the scarabs. I love the wrap around him, just that kind of phantasmic type of wrap. And the gold.
I don't know if he was going for it, but I think that's the Novak Dynasty scheme. Instead of the traditional Gauss green, Novak is red, and they were the melee. They're the melee ones. Every time they're named, it's Novak was the 9th edition melee Necrons. But the red Necrons look so good.
I love it. It's better than the regular ones everyone else be painting. It looks boring. Mm-hmm. That one looks absolutely amazing. I think the lighting could have been a little bit better. Maybe you just didn't catch it or the flash on it. But I think the picture is not doing it justice, to be quite honest with you. Also, this beautiful Sanguinor, custom built. I love everything about this. The marble base, the pillar, the tree trunk. Absolutely amazing. Sorry, everyone, if I'm spamming you with a close-in shot, right? But I want to make sure you see all the details on here as well. Great work on the eyes. So you can tell this individual spent some time on the eyes. The Cauldron of Blood. I love that. It's a good stuff. Alec, he's a wonderful painter, by the way. Usually wins just about everything. He's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And on to Braulio's. This is breathtaking to say the least. I love the OSL. I know you were talking good about it, Thomas, as well.
Yeah, Braulio, my guy, dude. Good Lord, man. This guy is the most humble painter ever. We and him have talked. He's like, oh yeah, I was just messing around on a afternoon in between work stuff, and brings out something like this, and I'm like, my guy, I couldn't, my life depended on this. The f you mean you were just messing around?
He just did this by accident.
Yeah, no, this wasn't the model, but he showed me another model that was, in my humble opinion, very close to being this good. That was just, I wanted to put paint on something. Like, dude, what?
Look what he did to the guns.
I know. This is insane.
Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Did a fantastic job. Bravo to Braulio.
Honestly, bravo for putting it in that pose and just the bravery, because I know how fiddly Eldar models are. That's a brave stance to be taken.
I wonder what he used for the flamer right here. It just looks a little awkward.
You know what? If I had to bet, probably the smoke from the suppression marines.
Yeah.
Probably smoke one of their jetpacks.
And then Morgan. Morgan had the Emperor's Champion. This is absolutely beautiful. Amazing paint job. Great. That's NMM. Yeah, he did some non-metallic for that, which looks absolutely beautiful. You can see where he tried to highlight all of the areas that the sun or, you know, the light would hit it. You can see it here, the front of the helmet. This looks like a transfer, which is okay, but it looks really, really good what he did with the little storm shield or whatever shield they call it. Something, combat shield, I think they call it. You can see where he did highlighting here on the front as well. I love it too when people do not straight lines. They do the jagged lines, right? So it looks like wear and tear and stuff like that, which makes it look a lot more natural. Way more natural rather than straight lines. When you try to do straight lines, if you're not you don't have a steady hand, you could end up often messing that up. So, and then last but not least is the Chaos Lord from Will, who is a commission painter as well. So just to plug him in real quickly, right? If you need any commission work, this individual did a great job on this Chaos Lord. Will does a lot of great work. I know I'm supposed to be talking to him as well. We've tried to talk several times. It's just we live in two different areas, very far from each other. So it's usually a challenge, just like dating a girl from out of town. It's usually a challenge.
Why would you say that?
Or guy, or whatever you're into. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Lewis. Press and Go, I think they had a model as well. So I don't know if they did it on Facebook or Discord, but they asked about it in the chat.
Where did you put it? Did you put a completed one, Press and Go?
He said Facebook.
I think he did the Emissary.
Oh my God, that was his Emissary? I saw that one. Sorry, I got me stuttering. That was a gorgeous... So, for those of you who don't know, General Slaughter always tells me how jealous he is of the Tyranid community because every time something comes up for, like, painting, it's always Tyranids that just look gorgeous, which they do. I'm jealous of the Tyranid community, and I'm in it because I cannot paint nearly as good. Like, Sandra's Biovore is much better than my Biovores. Yep. That thing is nasty. I love it.
It is.
Do it again, Gabriel.
I like the saliva or blood or flesh or whatever it is on this miniature as well. I really like that portion.
With the Tyranid, it's like 50-50 acid or biomass. You never know.
Never know. But it looks beautiful. I love how he did it. I love his color choices as well. I actually saw this a very long time ago, so Gabriel, I apologize I didn't show it, but I didn't forget you, I promise. I love this model, the color choices as well. And I know you try to do another entry as well. But I love the color choices he used on here.
Oh, yep. Brawley, sorry, not to cut you off. Brawley did say Space Marine. I'm assuming he's shortened for suppressors. To answer your question about the flame on the his Eldar unit.
It was from suppressors, you said?
He said Cessors, so I'm assuming it's suppressors.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, they're the only ones I know that have a smokestack like this big, so it's the first one I thought of.
Or yeah, suppressors or intercessors, maybe. Yeah.
The ones that like come down with the big gun, their legs all out, like they're on a swing.
Yeah. Yeah, it just looks a little awkward in the orientation of the flame because it kind of starts straight and then it droops down like it needs some Viagra. I don't know, but
Probably,
hey, look,
I'm not going to critique that model. I could never.
look, I got to be the painting judge. I'm not talking crap. I'm just critiquing it. Yeah, I'm just critiquing it. I might sound a little facetious, or it might sound a little funny and things like that, but I'm definitely not trying to.
I'm not a painting judge. I just have opinions, and right now you guys are way better than me at this.
That's right. That's right.
I have an airbrush and a deadline.
So going through all of these, right? Drum roll. These miniatures were absolutely amazing. I think everyone did a fantastic job, but there could only be one winner, and who's going to win the prize contest? And based on single miniatures, creativity, everything inclusively, if you do extra work, you're always going to get that extra benefit, right? So congratulations to the Viking, Alex FP, all right? Wonderful job. That salamander looks absolutely amazing. I know you put a lot of work into that, customizing the flame, customizing the salamander head on there as well. Don't worry, everyone. I'm going to put this on social media as well. Let everybody know who ended up winning this contest. But in first, second, and third, right? The only thing, Braulio, if you allow me to critique you just a little bit, the only reason that Morgan and Braulio did not win this contest, Morgan, I don't believe he commented on anything, and that's fine, right? Everybody's in this for different reasons. But Braulio, that sword and that flame is the only thing that kind of kept you away from that. And when I'm talking about the sword, on the sword itself, when you did the lines, right, to the recesses of the sword itself, you can tell that you didn't have a steady hand, and it looks very rigid. It looked absolutely beautiful. I think everyone that I spoke to, I even spoke to a professional painter as well. And Braulio's was definitely the one with the OSL, with all of the painting techniques, including Morgan. Morgan did a fantastic job as well. So I talked to people who don't know the community, who don't know the painters, but Braulio's look absolutely amazing. I think that sword and that flame, just fix that up. You'll probably win multiple painting contests with that. Morgan, I think that if you add a little bit more, like a diorama, a couple models, something else to make it pop, because it's just an Emperor's Champion model, right? And I know it was put whatever you want to put, but that looked absolutely amazing. I think Morgan's paint job was the crispest, the cleanest, and Alex definitely had the full package. So congratulations to Alex. I will get in contact with you very soon. You're going to get your own very own set of Baron of Dice, of course, right? For those of you who are discouraged or feel like maybe you should have won something as well, do not fret. I have a lot of sponsorships. There are a lot of prizes that I'm going to be able to give away. I'm also going to be able to give away some terrain in the future as well. If you were looking at that commercial, I have some free terrain to give away as also. Go check out that website. Go take a gander at what they have on there, so you'll know exactly what you're going to have on your tabletop. But I have a free set of that to give away. I have blessing trackers. I have dice. I have objective markers. So there are a bunch of things. Let's just get past the holiday season where we're doing these. And around my birthday, which is February 1st, I'm going to be doing a lot of prizes for you, so you can enjoy yourself as well. So thank you very much, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas, for helping me out at the end, too. Thomas helped me out trying to figure out who should be the ultimate winner. There was a lot of people, a lot of hands, a lot of eyes.
They were all great. You guys are so talented.
Dude, I can't touch Braulio, Morgan, or Alex.
Also, special shout out to Andrew. I don't think Andrew's ever going to, but he's a buddy I met, dragged him into this community. He's already collecting 40K, and that Grotmas mini he did was just inspired.
Dude, when he first pulled that out at the beginning, I was like, this is probably, I wanted it to win right then and there because there's nothing more festive than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the world of Warhammer 40K. I mean,
And
unless
it's the Red Gobbo.
It's the Red Gobbo. Unless
Right.
you did some like serious conversion work on like Logan Grimnar on Sled to make him Santa. Other than that, like there's really nothing more festive than that. That I can think of.
But yeah, no, that was wonderful models all around.
Yeah, so congratulations once again to Alex. Thank you everyone, man, for participating in the contest as always. Thank you for the support from everyone as well. It was one of those things, right? I spend money. Hopefully you look out for me and support me as well. And I want to make sure, because this wasn't free. This is something that Onslaught Gaming is flipping the dime for when it comes to these Baron of Dice. So hopefully we continue to do more, and I will continue to do more. Just don't want to go broke. These Baron of Dice are not cheap.
Yeah, I was just looking on there today for Christmas gifts, and then I looked over to what the current Tyranid set looks like, and I'm like,
Yeah, exactly. A lot of them. The World Eaters ones. Matter of fact, I just picked up the smaller World Eater ones, and they're really nice. They're really nice. I want to see how they roll. Dude, you know I haven't played a game in like forever.
Man, we need to get. I wanted to hit you up. Like, we need to get a game on the books. But I thought about it realistically. I'm like, my books aren't even available until after New Year's, so I don't even, because it's just with my job and everything. Like I've worked, I think, counting like converting overtime for regular hours. I think I'm like have 4 full paid days worth of hours on my check already, and it's Wednesday.
Wow.
Or Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah, I've worked. This is fine. I'm not complaining. I'll take the money, but holy crap, I have no time for a personal life.
Me and you both, brother. It's like I try to get a break during the holidays and everything, all the families, all the events, everything what's to happen every single weekend. Like this weekend, I'm going to a light show and some Christmas festivity with Santa and stuff like that. I just finished going to Pro Bass Shop like a couple weeks ago, doing a whole Santa photo, things like that. So hopefully everyone's enjoyed themselves for Christmas. And this is going to be the last show that's going to be before Christmas. So Merry Christmas to everyone who's continuing to listen. Have a wonderful Christmas. Hopefully you get everything that you want. I know I owe Thomas something. Thomas is always looking out. He's a wonderful individual on the show. So I owe this man something, but he has everything. I don't know what I could give him. He has I think he has like all of the demon stuff. I think he has all of the Tyranid stuff. I don't
have all of anything. I've gone wide, not deep. I have so much stuff. People think that because I'm like, oh yeah, I got like 12,000 points of Tyranid. It's like, you got everything. I'm like, no, I'm still missing like, I don't know, like another 6,000 or 4,000. There's just so many Tyranids. Oh my god, they don't stop.
And then you're talking about running like not for Tyranids but for demons. You were like, I need like 18 fiends, like I need them for a Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Yeah, I have 8 fiends. I need 10 more. They come in boxes of 3, so I need to order 12 more fiends. I need like 4 of the characters from Slanesh, the contorted epitomes and transweavers and stuff. I want to get some more corn stuff because now they're on the menu, not just spam bloodthirsters. Yep. Which we didn't talk about the demon detachments, but oh boy, you guys are going to see demons coming a lot.
Oh yes, talk to us about that, brother. So all of the blood surge.
Oh right, Lewis does need a Tal starter pack. Thank you, Anime Squirrel. I'll give people in the community and see if we can't like strong arm into playing Tal.
I'll shut down this whole show. Closed for business, never to return.
No, demons. They got their split 4 ways. So this is super funny. There's no restriction, so you can take the Plague Legion and take like the Blue Scribes for lone ops or something. Oh, and nice. Something I want to remind everybody of: Shalaxi is 425 points of a T10 4-up invuln, 5-up feel no pain model that rerolls charges, attacks, wounds, and damage into vehicle, monster, and character units with a natural precision weapon.
Yep.
Do with that what you will. I'm not saying you have to take it, but like you could just start every list at 1575 and go from there. But on a more realistic note, like lots of like you can take plague bearers and stick at your home objective and screen out your deployment zone in the Slanesh detachment or the Khorne detachment when you're running forward. The Khorne detachment is insane. Their whole army rule is, oops, you got within 6, I roll the dice, and if I roll high enough, I touch you now. Die.
Yep.
You put them on the center of an objective and say, hope I don't roll a 3-up, otherwise you're going to die.
You're going to die, yep.
And it's like, oh, did I kill you on this objective? Oh, it's sticky now. Come do it again. Oh, you're going to shoot me? I still get points.
So I know you could be biased when it comes to the demons, but which one do you think competitively, without your own personal opinion, competitively, which one out of the demons?
So I'm going to start. I've already thought about this. I try my best to get away from my bias as any human can. I don't think Slanesh is the best. I think Slanesh is one of the more technical. Like if you have a mastery of the fight phase, you will rock with Slanesh. But you have to know how fighting and how to position to hit and stuff to make her seductive dance work. Honestly, I think it's either the Nurgle or the Khorne detachment. Because
really?
like I said, yeah, well, the Nurgle one is super great because it's already doing what Nurgle was doing for the index detachment, but now just throwing battle shocks out. And as a Tyranid player, I can tell you that just saying, oh, hey, here's 20 battle shocks over, 5 turns. Let's see what happens. Some number of those are going to be at -1 because you're in my shadow aura.
Yep.
Oh no, Lewis, did your Deathwing Knights that you have 5 of fail? Spend a CP. A guy just dies, not D3 mortals. No, you don't get Watchers in the Dark. No, you don't get a Feel No Pain. Leave my table.
Yep.
Oh, is that a Thunderwolf Cav or a Squig Hog? Oh, look, one just died. My Plague Bears were OC 20. Oh, look, they just normal move 10. Did I just steal your expansion objective and get banners on it? Wow, that sucks. And then, like I said, the Khorne detachment is like, hey, here's my guys on the center of the objective. Get within 6 to contest it, or within 3 because I'm on the center. I dare you.
Yep.
And like I said, you don't have to take just Khorne. You can take Blue Scribes, the Mask of Slanesh, and the Changeling, and go, cool. Not only are they here, but I have a lone op on it too, so you can't shoot me off. So like you just play base 40k super good. Tabletop Radio Hour, Custodies are terrifying. Their new detachment that gives all their dreadnoughts, and I believe mounted like 6 different rules, is insane. I don't think they're quite as strong as Star Shatter or Ultramarine Gladius, and maybe Vanguard too. But Custodies are very good. Like their shield host, just crit 5s is no joke. Louis, your thought on Custodies from Tabletop Radio Hour?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I think Custodes. I think if you still play the old detachment, I don't think the newer detachment is where it's at. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think that if you continue to, it doesn't seem super flavorful, is what I'm saying.
No, it is for Custodians. It's, hey, my numbers are just better than yours. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Which is the most Custodian flavor thing there is.
Which is kind of, that's how they win, right? Like that's them.
Yeah. It's I hit on 2s, I save on 2s, and 3 of my dreadnoughts get back up on 2s.
Yep.
Yeah. But no, yeah, demons are. I think the Zinch one might be the worst because
that's the perfect word for it. One note. Yes, they are.
Yes. While but to give them their credit, it is one very strong note.
It is. It's a very strong note.
Like, because let's not forget, they have the Caladius, and the Caladius, like we're talking about demons. Caladius look at demons and just sit there like this. Like, come on, I can put that grade up feeling out. You don't have a 4-up fiddle pen anymore? Oh, buddy, I'm about to make your life a living hell.
Hell, yep.
So it's a very strong note to give them their due credit. But I think the Zeech one has the most tricks, of course. But like, tricks only get you so far. There's it's gonna hurt. They're gonna take their pound of flesh. That's what 10th edition is. Why I like 10th edition. Every army has some part of its plan it can enact almost regardless of what the game state is. But I think Nurgle's ability to just sit there and sticky and say, I'm like OC 30 on 2 different objectives and you can't get to my home. Good luck. With Beasts of Nurgle moving up and charging them and reviving is insane. And then Khorne attachment, because don't forget, everyone, Red Master on Bloodthrone still exists.
Yes.
And telling Scarbrand his sweeps are AP2, flat damage 3. Funny is a word some people would use.
Some people.
And you're like, oh, I'm 8 bound with a Fatal Pain. You're like, cool, AP3, 4 damage. Like, I have 2 of them. Oh, you want more? AP4, 5 damage. Get wrecked. Like, it's just... God, it's terrifying.
I mean, the Spearhead is nasty where, for the Custodes, where all the vehicles, right? I mean, it makes them and tangentially better in a buff. I look, overall, I think it's a buff to Custodes. It just only really benefits the vehicles and the drifts.
Is it not all? I thought it was also mounted. Is it not mounted too?
Oh, bikes as well. Bikes as well. I'm sorry.
And
yes.
Bikes just got a really big glow up.
They did. They did.
So yeah, I think again it's still one note, but it's again a very strong one note.
Very strong note. Yeah, you're definitely gonna see bikes. You're definitely gonna see bikes.
Yeah, you're probably gonna see one big and maybe 1 min unit of bikes. 2 to 3 Redemptor Dreads because they're the ones that get up. 2 to 3 Caladius because of course you are. Yep. Draxus and her squad, and like Wardens are still fine if you want that. Just go, oh, Living Fortress. I live this phase. Screw you. Or you can just max out on the dreads. Just take a ballistic dread, or not a ballistic, whatever the melee one is for Custodes. Telemon, yeah, Telemon. But yeah, no, they're good. I don't think they're like terror of the top tables like Ultramarines and Star Shadow are going to be, but they're probably right about there with the they're like the other end of the spectrum of the tactical orcs.
Yep.
Where tactical orcs like here's all these plays and I can really punch up and create unique situations. Custodians are like, you better pray there's a wall between me and you. Because if there's not a wall, you're gonna die.
Those Hurricane Bolters though, with 2 damage now, is gross.
I'm not even worried about that. I'm worried about the melt missiles every bike has.
That too. It's just the spamming of all those bolters because all they're gonna do is just shoot 100+ shots at you from those bikes. And I think that's what's gonna end up getting nerfed is the bikes again later on, because people are just gonna spam bikes.
Yeah, bikes, because the bikes data sheet getting better isn't just good here. You can still take it in Shield Host, give Shield Host speed, and now you have actual respectable shooting that's not called Draxus or a Caladius Graph Tank.
Yep.
So,
very respectable.
And then I believe they have Lance built in because their weapons are Lances. So it's Lance with crit 5s, because that's just so you get sustained or lethal. Which with Lance you just take sustained because you're +1 to wound.
Yep.
Like, why not?
Why not? It's just gross. It's just
gross. No, it so is.
And they just went up in points too, just to show for all that.
I think they went up like 5 points, dude. They did not like go like
it wasn't a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, they went up enough to say they went up, but it's like, all right. It's like Nurglings and Ripper Swarms and Pyrovores going from 35 to 40. Like, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it makes a big difference when you're walking around with 6 war bosses and they all went up 10 points.
Yeah.
That was 60 points, dude. I went to my old orcs list. It was like, you're 60 points over. I'm like, yeah, dang.
Try to keep a good get down.
Yeah, trying to keep a good get down, man. So I had to get rid of the Gretchen.
Right, of course you had. Yeah, duh.
Keep the get down more.
Food was running low, you know? You didn't get to enemies in time.
More orcs.
I think demons are going to be very dynamic. It's not going to be like, all right, there's the Great Unclean One with the 4-up Infernal Pain. There's 1 or 2 keepers, a Bloodthirster with the Relic, your Plague Bearers, your Celesky. Like, the mold has been broken.
Yeah.
Which is to say the index attachment still is really strong. Like, you're still almost certainly going to see it because those are some really good rules to have. But even the Tzeentch army, though, is like, because you got to love GW. They never learned their lesson. They said, hey, here's indirect. Oh, no, it's too good, so we're going to nerf it. And everyone who uses shoot through a model has to shoot through indirect. And then they gave the Tzeentch army, nope, you shoot as if you're there. No indirect penalty for you. You get to do it.
Yep.
And I'm just like, and also just everyone.
Well, they made it special for them. It's just for them. It's special for them.
Real quick, everyone. I just want you to consider pink horrors are in the Tzeentch lineup. Do the math of how, like, just because they split 2 and they split 1. So every pink horror is 4 models. 5 of them are because it's on a half. The math to kill that unit is insane. Because you take it, and if you get it below half, oh no, you got to take a battle shock. You roll, if you pass, you get D3 back. So look, 2 pinks are back.
Yep.
So that's actually like 6 models they just got back.
Ridiculous.
So, for those of you who are kind of naive on demons, you might want to brush up because if you go in any RTTs or GTs, you're almost certainly going to see them. And now it's not just one set of rule, which I'm so excited for this next season of 40K. It's no longer half the armies have, 3 or 4 relevant detachments. The other half just have their index for 2 years. Everyone has options.
At least 2.
And my favorite joke now is going to be when I see a Votann player, oh, which attachment? Because I know which one.
Just troll them.
Real quick, to give credit where credit is due to GW, though, not just to make fun of them, that Admech detachment is gorgeous. It is I have no investment in Admech at all, but just looking at how it was designed, how the rules work and interact and give the player agency,
yep,
I love that. That is a great. I'm so happy for Admech players.
Like they weren't good enough already.
No, they weren't. Like, I'll admit it. They were annoying and they were a slog, but I wouldn't use good to describe. Just because one Art of War player can make them work doesn't make them a good army, Lewis.
For that one person it is.
Oh, right, sure. Real quick, for those of you who don't know or haven't been keeping super track, GW has actually been quite on track for giving us a bunch of flavorful rules. Blood Axe Orcs getting better orders, which is both hilarious, but also that is their lore that they took from the Yumis and how they did war. And that's why other orcs don't like them, because they're like, you don't fight very orky anymore. But Chaos Knights eating their sacrifices, which is... It's a weird cognitive dissonance to see 2 big knights, 3 war dogs, and then 100 cultists. And I'm like, wait a minute.
What is going on here?
I've been misled. How are you... I'm Tyranids and you have more bodies than me. What the just happened? And then Slanesh's rule is probably my favorite rule in 40K I've ever seen. For those of you who don't know, if a Slanesh unit charges you, they get to do a seductive gambit, which hilarious for like just in-universe consequences. But they give up their fight first bonus from charging, and it's whenever they complete a charge move. We'll still go back to that in a second. They give up that bonus that you normally get for making a charge, which means you get to hit them first. But in exchange for that, they just get full rerolls. They just get reroll all hits and wounds. They're like, "Oh, come here, big boy, hit me right in the face." And then you're like, "Eh," and they're like, "Great." It's self-defense now.
Here comes SmackDown.
Why that's funny is because if a Slanesh model heroics you don't get the charge bonus on a heroic, but you count as making a charge move.
Correct.
So they can heroic in and go, you know what? I don't want my fights first. I don't even have. But I'll take the full rerolls. Thank you. So, yeah, no, Slanesh is, and then I was telling you before we started, the Thieves of Pain just gets silly. Thank the GW Overlord you cannot use it on a Keeper of Secrets. But you can bounce it to a Keeper of Secrets, which has a 5-up Fatal Pain.
Okay. Yep.
So, also, I was using them, and I used them. I never used them in a competitive setting, but I did a lot of practice games with them. You guys are going to see Soul Grinders on the field. Soul Grinders suddenly got stonks.
Oh, yeah. They're back, huh?
They can move through walls.
Kool-Aid Man. Love it.
Like I was telling you, for Slanesh specifically, I can charge one in, spend Thieves of Pain, bounce his wounds to a Demonette unit with a Contorted Epitome, or to a Keeper of Secrets. So you have to wound a T11 thing, because how the strat works is it's damage they would take. So you gotta hit, wound on T11. I have to fail a 3-up armor or 4-up invuln, and then the damage gets turned into mortal wounds and sent off to a unit within 12 inches.
Which is gross.
The Keeper has a 5-up Fatal Pain, so like if you send 10 damage to it, I'm blocking 3 or 4 of it.
Yep. And
the Contorted Epitome gives Demonette a 4-up Fatal Pain against mortal wounds. And it's a 14 wound unit. So I can just be like, cool, here's my 14 wound Soul Grinder has an effective 42 wounds if that Keeper unit's within 12, or the or Demonettes are within 12. And he can also do the, oh, you hit me first and I get 4 rerolls into you. And for those of you who don't know why that's scary, go look at what a Soul Grinder does in combat. It's not, without rerolls, it's kind of like, okay. With full rerolls,
it's
good
gross.
luck.
Yep.
So, but with all that said, I still think Khorne and Nurgle just play 40k better. Slanesh asks you to execute. Like, you have to, if you play Slanesh perfectly, get your movement right, get your threat ranges right, get your activations, and your pile-ins and everything right. Like, that Soul Grinder can double tank shock. Because they have a strat where a Slanesh unit can do 6 mortals if you're a non-infantry model. And the Soul Grinder is also a vehicle. So I can just roll 12 dice and do mortals, 6 of them on 4-ups and then 6 of them on 5-ups. And correct me if I'm wrong, when you're selected to fight, if you're not in engagement range, I can say my Soul Grinder is 2 inches away from that unit over there that I didn't charge. You know what? I don't want to fight first. You can hit me. Oh, you're not in combat. So now I'll activate and pile into you with full rerolls at no cost, basically.
As long as it's the closer unit, yeah. And then you lose it first, yep.
You can charge something weak, tank shock and the Slanesh strat it down, and then pile into something with full rerolls anyway.
Yep.
But again, that is very specific, whereas the Khorne one is, oh no, you tried to get close, how dare you, whack. So...
and just blood surge into you and everything, which is going to be gross. People are really not going to, they're going to realize that Khorne demons, blood surging across the board is going to be fucking gross.
Yeah, because you can only do it once per phase per unit.
Correct.
And how many units are you willing to not put within 6 inches to a Khorne player just scoring all the primary?
Yep.
Now, I've talked a lot about demons. You're probably wondering why I still think Ultramarines and Necrons are better. Demons are not hard to kill. Every army in the game, because most of them, all of them live on their invulns.
Yep.
Like, even the Soul Grinder, T11, 3-up, 4-up, 3 Exocrines will get rid of that. I promise you. 2 Exocrines probably do on a good day.
Yeah, with that,
every demon, but except the Slaneshi Greater demons, don't have a Fatal Pain. So they're just hoping they roll more 4s than you do damage. So, like, you can take, and they cost not elite, but like semi-elite, because everything has deep strike and an invuln, and you pay for that. So, That's my thoughts on demons. Much better than they were, but still, I don't think top dogs.
We shall see very soon, right? Next year.
I'm trying not to order more demons.
Is LVO allowing the new stuff? I don't think they are.
I
right?
believe they said they were. I believe someone asked on their Facebook page, and I think they said that the cutoff date was after.
Okay. But that also means they had to drop on the app before.
Yeah, because I believe I don't remember, but yeah, I think it is. Because I think some people asked, hey, are we gonna be able to use these? And I think they're like, yeah. So
they'll be legal for the RPT.
Which I guess is fine because that LVO is like 2.5 weeks after the new year, so that's still plenty of time for people to get list submitted and know what's up.
Yeah.
I mean the LVO singles tournament, the player pack isn't even out yet. So people like the rules aren't even for people to start knowing what they're doing.
But I just saw today's. The event is sold out.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I mean, people are sorry. I just remember the video you sent me that LVO is going to be held on a space station this year. Zero gravity.
You see how they were trolling people? Yep, everybody wanted to go to Mars.
Just drop podding the losers back down to Earth.
That would be freaking hilarious.
So, of the armies that are left, what army are you most excited about to see the rules?
Of what is left, huh?
Yep.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to go with a biased answer and say World Eaters, right? But I don't want to be disappointed anytime soon. So let it be one of the last ones. It's okay.
You're willing to wait?
I'm willing to wait. I'm excited to see like Space Wolves. I'm excited to see
Does anybody really want to bet me right now $10, good money, that the Space Wolf detachment comes out and it's just interesting enough to make him regret selling his last Space Wolf model?
and that's exactly what I said too when I saw it. I said, I bet you this detachment is going to be everything I ever wanted from Space Wolf. It's going to be World Eater Space Wolves, essentially. It's going to be like, hey, you get to close combat all the time because that's what you do, right? Hey, that's all right. That'll be the second one I regret because I sold my Death Guard. It was fully painted. And then like 6 months later, they became one of the best armies. And that was like years ago, 9th edition, I think it was. Became one of the best armies.
Oh, was that back when you could like spawn infinite poxwalkers?
That was 8th edition. Yes.
Okay.
But it was around there, yes.
Where they're like, oh, there's no cap to how many. The cap is 20, but there's no cap on reviving.
Yeah, you just bring them, keep on stratagem, bring them back. Yeah, I did that with Death Guard. And then now I'm wishing like, I still would have kept them around to keep all the Death Shroud because I had a bunch of Death Shroud. Just things like that would have been fun to play, right? It's autopilot. It's very linear. You just say Death Guard and 18 Death Shroud with some DPs, Mortarion, and go.
The fact that you can bring Mortarion and 18 Death Shroud and not even hit 1,000 points is insane.
It is insane.
Now,
it is insane.
I have these opinions. I've played Death Guard 3 times, and I've beaten them every single time. It's still insane that they can do that. So, like, it's not a problem from a competitive standpoint. It's just wild to think about.
Yep. No, you're right.
Like, see you tabletop. It was fun, interacting with you. I'm going to check out your show tomorrow.
Take care, brother. Have a good one. Thank you.
I'm interested in
Merry
GSD.
Christmas. Sorry, Thomas, go ahead.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Chrysler. No,
Happy
GSC, and I'm excited to see what they do with GSC, especially in relation to the resurgent points. Tangential to Tyranid, so of course, but I'm actually really, really invested on what they're going to do with Sisters of Battle. Because I honest to God, I feel like it's going to be a Celestian detachment. or just a generic melee. Like it's either just going to be here. You can actually go punch stuff in the face with things other than Vol and one Palpatine or Palatine. Palpatine, yeah, there you go. He's in the Sisters too. He's a bureaucrat. He'll fit. And he was a leader of a religious organization. So see, it works out perfect.
Good night, Tom. Merry Christmas.
Have a good one, Tom. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with Sisters with all their changes now. To see like, you know, what not Bringers of Flame or the whatever the Index detachment, Army of Faith, you know, detachment they're gonna bring in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm excited for those armies. I was waiting for Votan. I was hoping Votan would be something special. I actually have a Votan army or a partial Votan army. I was hoping I'd pull out, check out. Probably not going to happen with Votan. But they made up for my thought because I wanted Votan. I wanted a shooty army, and I already have orcs, and they just made them a whole hell of a lot shootier.
I look at a tactical brigade. I'm like, this is going to be a 60-40 army, and it can go either way. You can have 60% melee, 40% shooting, or 60% shooting and 40% melee, and it's just as good either way.
It is.
And saying that about an orc army is terrifying.
It is. Especially when you get hit with grot units on 3s, orc units on 4s, rerolls.
I don't know how many people in here have played through orc metas where orc shooting was good. But go back and look through 8th and 9th edition what the meta looks like when orc shooting, not even like great, just good orc shooting is always terrifying.
Oppressive. Very oppressive, yeah.
Because it's not, well, they weren't made to be good. They were made to be, here's a bunch of dice, hope you roll above average.
Yep.
When you roll above average every single turn you shoot, well, then it gets to be a problem. But
that become amazing, yep.
Luckily, most of your guns are AP1, AP0, right? Very few of them are like AP2 plus.
For orcs, yeah, their rockets, even their rockets are only AP2.
Yeah, so cover is going to go a long way. So like it's like even this isn't like world ending.
No.
But
not with the orders, because you're only going to get like 2 to 3 units that are really going to be able to shoot really well, and only one of them is going to get full rerolls. So it really, yeah.
What it turns into is, you put a land raider for my knobs to charge. It'd be a shame if it wasn't there when they charged. That's basically what it means now.
Yep.
It's not, oh no, I can see 8 units. You no longer have 8 units.
Yeah, that's how it used to be.
Buggy spam.
Buggy spam.
I remember, I don't know if it was Nova or the San Diego one, but where basically it was like one of the best elf players ever versus like buggy spam and got tabled turn 2.
Yep.
Like turn 1 lost 700 points, turn 2 lost the rest of his army, and then the game it was like cool. This was a cool finals. It was an hour and a half long. As long as this episode is, it was what the finals were.
And the hour long was them talking. So
yeah. And then not even I think it was like 7 or 8 days later, GW was like, "Here's an FAQ for orcs."
Yep.
Stop doing that. Don't do that anymore.
It was very impressive. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the rest of them. I'm just excited and thankful that Games Workshop is actually dropping something. Right? This is the first time throughout the holidays that they're dropping something for everyone. So they should continue to do this every single year. I think this is very exciting.
I'm glad that they're dropping so much. Like this, I said it last show, and this really, does feel like 10.5. Like the game has been refreshed. What do you think about your Harlequins getting some love? Reaper's Wager.
Trash, Still trash. That was the first thing that I looked at.
That was
everybody was like, "Oh yeah, Harlequins, they're manageable now. If you just take some Drakari with them." And I looked at the detachment and I was like, "Yeah, this is garbage. This is garbage." I'm willing to take Drakari if it makes Harlequins better. But it was still trash, even if you took Drakari. It was bad, man. It's bad.
Yeah,
it's
no,
pretty
the
bad.
elves
They
the elves
had
are
like
not
yeah.
the elves are not eating good right now. Both of their attachments were just like, ah.
They're paying for the sins of a century worth of broken codexes. That's why. Literally, not a decade, a century.
Hey, remember in 8th edition where there was no cap on minuses to hit, and you can make everybody hit on 7s on your 6-sided dice? That was cool. A lay talk flyer spam.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a fun meta to play in.
Yep. Yep. I used to do it with Space Wolves. Everybody did it against Tau because Tau would hit on 4s. So you just make Tau just not be able to shoot you at all.
Look, for taking like 42 drones, they deserved it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
But
yeah, no, I think we talked our heads off. What do you think, brother? Anything else you want to kind of add?
No, I was just gonna say I'm excited for this next season coming up. I think it's gonna be actually quite like, even with Space Marines and Necrons, we're not back to Index, Towering, and Eldar. Like they're gonna be manageable. Like I don't think they're S tier. They're probably A+ tier. Where like Tactical Orcs is A, and Death Guard's probably like A-. So like, I think it's gonna be very good, very healthy. Also, yeah, Votan, just take their index rule and make it the detachment rule.
That's it.
And then you can give them crappy detachment rules because your index rules are cool. Your 4 key units are still +1 and +1 to wound, so I don't care. That's how you fix Votan, in my opinion.
Yeah, Votan needs some love, man. They needed some love, and this is not the type of love that they needed.
This wasn't even love. They just got, oh yeah, you exist here.
Here you go.
Be glad we're not squatting you again. That's what they got.
Took you out of the game.
But 1K Suns and Eldar. Yeah, we talked about 1,000 Suns in the beginning of the thing. They whew. That was a punch right to the pineal gland. That's what that was. But yeah, I'm good. I've shared all my opinions. I'll have more, next time. But for now, I think I'm good.
Well, we appreciate your opinions as always, brother. Thank you very much, as always, to everyone who participated to the very end. We're winding down at almost 2 hours, which I appreciate. We love this. We absolutely love it. But we got to go. We got other shows to do, other things to do. I know this man's got to go to work early in the morning. I work remotely, so it's just like
I got up at 5 this morning.
Yeah. So I know you want to get some rest, brother. But yeah, thank you to everyone who participated. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe as always. Thank you. Once again, thank you, Thomas. Much love. Merry Christmas to everyone. Have a wonderful holidays. We'll see you before New Year. Or you'll see me at least. I don't know if you'll see Thomas, but you'll see me at least.
And everyone be safe. Crazy people drive around during the holidays. So, travel safe. And, yeah, enjoy your holidays.
Yes, and if you're going to steal a PS5 from Walmart from somebody's hand, make sure to do it in a ski mask.
I mean,
so you don't get caught.
If you're there, you want to grab a second one, I'm just saying.
Exactly.
I know a guy.
Exactly. Don't get caught. I kid, of course. But thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Merry Christmas. And take care. And we will see you soon.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye, my peoples. Much love.